In today's video, I'm going to be ranking every single exercise known to mankind. This is like my 20th time trying to record because we had just a few minor bugs. So we got the tier list here. We got every single exercise I could possibly think of. We have S being the highest, standing for super, and we got F being the lowest, standing for family friendly. So let's go make some people mad. Okay, so first of all, we got the so after a quick Google search, I have come to the conclusion that this is actually a CrossFit pull-up. I just want to make it known that on this channel we promote all sorts of fitness except CrossFit. We don't promote CrossFit here on this channel. You know where this is going. F, let the purge begin. Kettlebell dumbbell swings. F, farmer's walk. How about you go take a walk in the F row, CrossFitter. Box jump. F, immediate F, no hesitation. Muscle up. Where do you think that's going? Tire flips? You gotta be kidding me. We got a little bit of wall ball game going on here. You know what that is. F. Just want to get that clear. So dang, we got a lot of F's to start off this tier list with. You know, just how to make it known. Nothing personal, just like I said, these are family friendly exercises and we're trying to get swole on here. Okay, we're gonna start off with legs. First up, we got the classic barbell squat. This is part of the Gym Bros starter pack. I think everyone starting off in the gym should do the barbell squat, and you know, if you master the basics, you'll actually get so good at it that the bar just levitates above your neck. It's pretty insane. This is going a solid B. I think it's a good B tier exercise. And then a step above that, we got the hack squat. Now this is a great quad focus exercise. So put in the A, you know, hack away the gains. People had to overcomplicate it and, you know, do the front squat. And personally, I'm just not a big fan of the exercise. I think you can target your quads just fine doing a regular squat. So honestly, it's gonna be D tier. You know, it's a little uncomfortable on the wrist. You know, you're okay, I'm not gonna do that movement. Okay, we got Bulgarian split squats. Excellent exercise. Build them quads, build them beefy legs. Only thing that sucks about this one is, honestly, you just gotta keep rotating legs. So just because of that, I'm gonna put it in the B. Lying hamstring curl. Great exercise. Get some nice hammies. This is going B. You don't think the lying hamstring curl could get any better? Check this one. When I first started off in my hometown gym, we did not have the luxury of having the seated leg curl. But at the current gym I go to, which is very mid, they somehow managed to have a seated hamstring curl. And if you've never done this, imagine playing Minecraft for the first time, but it's just feeling your hamstrings. It's pretty amazing. It's going the A column for me. Next up, we got leg press. Solid movement. Solid leg builder. It's going B. Some Einstein had to design this machine leg press. I personally just don't like it. I don't think it's that great. It's going D. Leg extensions. You want a great burn? You're gonna do this one. Classic A tier quad builder exercise. Now moving on into our calves, I mean, there's not a lot of options. You're gonna do a standing up or seated. So I personally like to do them on the Smith because I think it's easy to load. And I'm gonna put that B. So next up, we got the seated calf raise, B. Moving on into the chesticles. We got the classic dumbbell fly next. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great either. Going to C for me. Above that, we do have the classic pec deck. Love starting off with this exercise. Good B tier chest movement. Then, you know, it's a long lost brother, the cable fly. It's pretty much the same thing, just with cables. Keep that constant tension. B for excellence. Next up in the Gym Bros starter pack, we have the classic bench press. It's going to B for bench press. So we got a lot of B tier exercises. Next up, we have the incline barbell bench press. You know, focus on that upper region of your chest. I think it's also going B. I like it a lot. And what's cool about these is you can actually do the dumbbell version of them, which is very awesome. So we're doing the flat dumbbell bench press. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just, you know, you work on stabilizing it. Personally, I'm gonna rank it the same as bench press. Same thing for incline. You didn't think it could get any better than the bench press, and it actually can. That is the Smith incline bench press. I think this is a freaking awesome movement. Great exercise. You know, you could throw bands on it. I mean, there's a reason why your top IFBB pros do this movement. I'm gonna give it an S tier. I've had really great chest gains because of this. We got the decline bench press. I mean, this is just unnecessary. I don't know why you would want to do this. You don't need to work on your lower chest. The type of people that perform this movement are the guys that ask, where's my hug at? You want to be that guy? I'm putting E. I just don't think it's that great. I mean, why would you do this? Next up, we have the machine press. Now, there's a ton of different machine presses, but the one I'm focusing on in particular is the one where you start off wide and then just kind of move close, you know, get that full contraction. I'm putting an A. I really like this one. Push-ups. I think it's a great C tier exercise. You know, when you don't have access to.
Because the push-up.
Next up, we got stretching. I mean, you can't forget to stretch during your.
Is killing your knees.
Next up for our conditioning, we have cardio. You can't forget to work.
Could be killing your knees.
What is going on? Moving along to back, we have the king of all back exercises right here, and that is the pull-up. I'm a huge fan. This is S tier. You want a good overall back movement? You're doing pull-ups. You're not skipping this. It will really take you from this to this. I mean, you know, weigh out your options on what you want. Moving right along, we got the cable row. I mean, all you need to build them lower lats is just a movement where you're just pulling your elbow back. I personally like chest supported ones. Cable row, great exercise. I think it's a classic B tier exercise. I mean, you gotta get them lats going. Then we have the dumbbell row. This one's all right. Like I said earlier, you kind of have to keep switching your hands, so C tier for me. Bent over barbell rows, great exercise. This is a movement I don't spend too long in the negative because put strain on my back. Going in the B column, straight arm lat push downs, great exercise. You know, if you want to get that bear claw effect. I think this is going in the A tier column for back movements. Except we got the lat pull down. I think this is a great starting exercise. I know we got a lot of B's, but I'm putting it in the B column. Now, related to the lat pull down, you got the long lost cousin from Alabama, which is the behind the neck lat pull down. I just think this is terrible. I don't think you're getting any work in. This is going E tier. There's just way better exercises out there. Except we got the barbell shrugs. Now, people really love to ego lift this movement. I think this is a D tier exercise. Next up, we got rack pulls. I think this is an excellent exercise to get erect. I'm sorry, I mean, build your erectors, you know. Just gonna move on. I think it's an A tier exercise. Next up, we have just a terrible exercise. We have good mornings. I think this is just terrible. You're just loading the freaking weight on your spine and then bending down with it. Doesn't seem like the smart thing to do. So it's going E. Moving on, we have the conventional deadlift. Honestly, don't do a lot of deadlifts, but really builds that thickness in your back. So it's a solid exercise. Like I said, rack pulls is my form of deadlift. I'm gonna put conventional in the A column. Get that thick back. Next up, we have this sumo deadlift. Now, personally, I think this exercise should go in the
sumo cheating. I'm not consider cheating. Like, it's a loud sound. First off, sumo deadlifting is within the rules of the competition.
Really think I'm gonna let them influence my decision on where this should go. Personally, you know, this is the thing I can pull best at. There's just a lot I can't pull. I can't pull. I can't pull. Can't pull. I'm putting it with the A. Moving on into shoulders. We're starting off with the seated dumbbell press. Super great exercise to build those front delts. Let's go in the A column. If you think it can't get any better than sitting down doing dumbbell presses, you can actually stand up and do it with a barbell. You know, great whole body movement. I think it's going in the A. Next up, we have the dumbbell lateral raises. You know where this is going. B. A step up from that, we have the machine lateral raises. I think this is honestly better in my opinion. I don't like to hold the handles. I actually like to just stick my arms out and lift it up even further because I think it works my medial delt better. That's going to A. Can it get any better than that? It sure can. The cable cuff lateral raises. If you want those more plates, more dates, epic boulder shoulders, I think this is an exercise you have to do. That's an S tier exercise. It's going in the S tier. You got to work the rear delts too. An excellent exercise for that is the rear pec deck. You know, you can load the weight heavy. It's just good. It's just good. Trust. A tier exercise. And if you think it can't get any better than that, you're absolutely right. It gets worse, progressively worse. We have the front raise. I mean, just why, I don't know why you would want to do this. Your front delts get a lot of work in. I mean, you can. I don't know. Put in a D. I don't think my front delts need this extra movement. Then we have face pulls. This is one of those exercises that is just really hard to do correctly. Most people aren't even pulling to their face. They're just rowing. And you want to do like you want to do this kind of movement, you know, like you're hitting a double bicep. So anyways, it's really hard to execute, so I'm putting it in the E. Next up, we have the upright rows. If you just want to stay looking like a beta, this is the exercise for you. I mean, it's just gonna do nothing but hurt your shoulder, in my opinion. F. Moving along to triceps, we got the dumbbell tricep kickback. This is one of those just hotel exercises. I mean, it's super mid. Doing it with a dumbbell, I mean, you could do it with a cable, and there's a billion better exercises for your triceps. So let's go in the E column. I think this sucks. Next up, we have the overhead tricep extensions using the cable. Great solid exercise. Don't have much to say about it. B. Next up, we have the skull crusher. And if you've been following me since my first video, you know I actually suggest to go a little further back and do it just because it puts less strain on your shoulder. I think it's a solid exercise. I think it's going in the A column. It's good movement. We got the tricep cable extension. Great exercise to work the short head. B. Moving along, we have dips. I mean, this is a compound movement, works the shoulder, chest, triceps. You know, most people do this wrong and they're gonna injure your shoulders, but when you do it right, it's honestly pretty good. So I'm gonna put it as solid C. Moving along to biceps. I mean, there's not a lot of variation in this. You're only just gonna curl it up and down. We got the standing curl. It's cool, I guess. I'm putting a C. We got preacher curls. I like preacher curls. This is going up. This is going up the ranks. B, cable curls. I think cable curls are where it's at. Constant tension throughout the whole range of motion. Man, I feel smart saying that. A. Then we got hammer curls. You know, want to work the forearms a bit. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's going in the C. Moving along to our abdominals, crunches. Excellent starter pack to get abs. But side note, abs are made in the kitchen. So eat right. Crunches, C. We got the hanging leg raise. Is that Steve Cook? Hanging leg raises, it's actually pretty hard if you've never done this, but it looks pretty sick when people do it, so I'm putting it as A. Then we have the Russian twist. Does anybody know why this is called the Russian twist? I honestly don't. But I'm not a big fan of this exercise just because I think it'll widen my waist, and I don't want to have a wide waist. So for that reason, it's going to the D. And last but not least, we have the power clean. These CrossFitters really think they're gonna get away with this last exercise. You know where this is going. F, family friendly. Ladies and gents, that's gonna wrap up the first installment of Tier List Maker. Here's another gander at where I rank these exercises. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Let me know if I missed out on a very important exercise. I probably did. And should I do this again? Comment down below. And should I end the video? Probably.